All right, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Yes, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm back in action with one of my soul-stirring movie reviews from movies of yesteryear. And that particular movie this time around is Ghost Game. Basically, you've got one of those movies that when you first see it, you think Jumanji, but you got to think about more of the reversed element of it. The Ghost Game is a pretty good movie. It's about three witches who get brutally murdered by an unknown assailant, and then several years later, seven friends come to this island in the middle of nowhere, and they have to play this game in order to survive. One by one, they are killed off, and can the survivors figure out the game in time to win? Well, we shall see. Some things about this movie, though. This is a movie that I kind of find difficult to review because it was okay. Wasn't great. Wasn't horrible. I've seen worse, seen better. It's an independent movie, and it was clearly done by somebody. This is his first major film. It was done by Joe Nee, and if you look him up, you'll see that he did two shorts before doing this full movie. So that's how it all works out there. The movie is good because basically you have very intelligent characters. You don't have people who are overacting too much, a little bit in some, not so much in others, but you also have people who are really trying to figure it out. And you don't have the resistance that you have in so many of these movies. People are like, oh no, this couldn't be real, stop doing it, you're wasting your time, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't go that way. One of the interesting things I found with this movie, and this is one of the challenges I had, was the movie itself was very caught up with the alternate dimension type of thing. It's hard to explain because you had everyone in the real world, and then when the witches showed up because they're ghosts, they show up in this like alternate reality type of thing where it's like, okay, now you're in a different dimension type of thing. They never really explain that part that much, but it's a moot part. You got it. You got it when the witches showed up. All of a sudden things were a little bit different and they could actually kill people. They did have this one pole in the ground, kind of like those old clocks, like almost in Roman times, but the light shone only in certain parts, and when it showed over a certain rock, you died. If it was your turn, they actually caught this one guy in the beginning of the movie. They had him, but one of the witches pointed out it wasn't his turn to die now. That was ambiguous. What I explained to you was all I really understood about it. It was very vague in certain parts. If anything, Ghost Game could have benefited from a little bit more explanation, a little bit more fine-tuning. That said, it was still a good movie, especially because it was indie. When it comes to indie movies, I try to remind myself, keep on the kid gloves, and don't be too hard on them. But this movie won it over, you know? It had a very cryptic ending, which is something I kind of liked. But you got it. At the end of the movie, you got it. And in some ways, you wonder if it could ever be that good again. Well, that's it for me today, guys. We'll see you at the theaters.